My name is Judge Christy Ruppe. You are all here this morning for first appearance. The purpose of this hearing is to inform you of the charges against you and determine whether there is probable cause for your arrest. Probable cause only means that it's more likely than not that you committed the crime in which you've been arrested for. As you appear before me today, you're considered not guilty of what you've been charged with, and that status will remain with you through each stage of these proceedings up until changed by the state attorney's office if they prove the case against you beyond and to the exclusion of every reasonable doubt. In all likelihood, you are arrested on a warrant or a new charge. Either way, you were given a bond pursuant to the bond schedule for the 5th Judicial Circuit. I will determine this morning whether to keep that bond the same, whether I'm going to increase it, decrease it, or whether there are any other conditions of pretrial release which will be imposed upon you. I will also determine this morning whether you'd like the public defender to represent you, whether you'll be representing yourself, or whether you'll be hiring a private attorney. If you cannot afford to hire a private attorney, I will appoint the public defender's office for you this morning. You are entitled to make a phone call to let friends, family, or your counsel know where you are. If you haven't had the opportunity to get that phone call yet, please let me know. I'll make sure you get that phone call today. Finally, and most importantly, you have the right to remain silent, and I encourage you to do so. These hearings are recorded, and there is an assistant state attorney in this courtroom writing down everything that you say. And anything you say about the facts of your case can and will be held against you in the prosecution of your case down the road. At this time, I'd like everyone to raise your right hand so I can place you under oath. Solemnly swear from testimony before the court will be the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth. Go ahead and put your hands down. As I call your name, please come forward to the podium. Levita Jenkins. Good morning, Ms. Jenkins. Can I have your date of birth?
1/3/1990.
All right. You are here this morning for possession of cocaine. The bond is currently $2,000. I did find probable cause for your arrest. Did you want me to appoint the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'll appoint the public defender's office, State.
Your Honor, this is all I'm showing in her history, and she's showing as a single source offender.
Okay. Ma'am, I have an address for you on Union Street in Brooksville. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
I've been there since January, ma'am.
Okay. How long have you lived in Hernando County?
All my life.
All right. Do you have a job?
Yes, ma'am. Well, I had a job, ma'am, but I had a medical injury, and I was released from that job, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, you've got no prior record, you've got ties to the community, so I'm going to go ahead and set your bond at $250, okay? But we're going to see you back to court on June 18th at 8:30 in the morning.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Alexandria Oswald. Ma'am, can I have your date of birth?
20/1998.
Okay, you were here today for a domestic battery and a trespass. I did find probable cause for your arrest. Do you want me to appoint the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes, ma'am. I had a question, though.
Okay.
If later on I decided to get an attorney, am I allowed to change that?
Absolutely. Okay, we'll appoint the public defender's office for right now. State prior record?
Your Honor, it looks like she is currently on PTI from Judge Hitzman's courtroom on 2017 MM4143, and that was possession of paraphernalia. And she did have a retail petty theft as a juvenile in 2015 that was administratively dismissed.
Okay. All right, Ms. Oswald, I have an address for you on Lake Lindsay Road in Brooksville. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
Probably about 5 or 6 years.
5 or 6 years? Okay. Do you have a job?
Yes.
What kind of work do you do?
I'm a server.
Okay. All right, for the domestic battery, ma'am, I'm going to set your bond at $500. And for the trespass, I'm going to set your bond at $500. I'm going to order that you have no contact with the victim in this case, Trevor Southall, okay? Do not call him, do not write him, do not email him, don't have any contact with him whatsoever, okay? I need to hold you until 4 o'clock today in case he needs to file an injunction against you. If he does file an injunction against you, I want to read it very carefully because it will be very specific as to how many feet you need to stay away from him, okay? We're going to see you back to court on this case on June 15th at 9 o'clock. The public defender is appointed at this time, so you can reach out to them when you get out, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right. Janine Riggio. Ma'am, can I have your date of birth?
3181.
All right. You are here today for a battery on a law enforcement officer and then a resisting an officer without violence. I did not find probable cause on count 1. I did find probable cause on count 2. So on count 1, Leo, I'm not finding probable cause for that today. Do you want me to appoint the public defender's office for you?
Yes, please.
Appoint the public defender's office, state prior record?
Your Honor, she has a prior domestic battery dropped in 2015 here in Hernando County, single source offender.
Okay. Ma'am, I have an address to you on Brighton Street in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Yes, Your Honor.
How long have you lived there?
About 4 years.
Okay. Do you have a job?
No, I take care of my 4 children.
Okay. So with count 1, I'm going to ROR you. That doesn't mean that the state's not going to prosecute you for that. They will prosecute you for that, as far as I know. And you will have to go to court for that. It just means they didn't get me what I needed this morning in order to find probable cause, okay? With regard to count 2, I'm going to set your bond at $500. I'm going to see you back to court on June 18th at 8:30 in the morning.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
Thank you. Lori Rowland. Ma'am, can I have your date of birth? Okay, I can't hear you.
11/24/68.
Okay. You are here today for a retail theft, a felony one. I did find probable cause. Did you want me to appoint the public defender's office?
Yes, please.
I'll appoint the public defender's office, state.
Your Honor, there's a guilty disposition for driving while license suspended 2 or more priors in 2017 out of Pinellas, a failure to appear on a driving while license suspended out of Pinellas in 2017, adjudication for grand theft in 2014 out of Clearwater, Pinellas, adjudication for grand theft in 2014 out of St. Petersburg, so Pinellas, and appears to be a 2013 case out of Pinellas for expired tag and driving while license suspended, and she is showing as a single source offender.
Okay. Ms. Rowland, I have an address for you on 69th Place in St. Petersburg. Is that where you live?
Yeah.
How long have you lived there?
6 years?
Okay. Do you have a job?
No.
All right. What are you doing here in Hernando County?
Visiting friends.
I can't hear you.
I'm visiting friends.
Visiting friends? Okay. All right. I'm going to set your bond at $4,000. I've appointed the public defender's office, and we'll see you back to court on June 12th at 9 a.m., okay? Michelle Sturgill. Ms. Sturgill, can I have your date of birth?
6/3/74.
You are here today for a violation of probation at Judge Merritt's courtroom. He wants you held no bond, and he has written down that he believes you to be an absconder, so we're going to keep it no bond. Do you want me to appoint the public defender's office for you? I'll appoint the public defender's office, and we're going to move your court date up so you will get you back in front of Judge Merritt, okay, back to June 12th at 9 o'clock. We'll see you back to court then, okay? Angelia Pittman. Good morning, Ms. Pittman. I can't. Can you hear me? Okay, I can't hear you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I've decided to commute your sentence to 5 days. We'll give you time served and release you from custody today. Okay?
Thank you so very much, Your Honor. I apologize.
All right. Good luck, ma'am.
Thank you.
Robbie Long. Forgot about Sarah Mack. I'm sorry, Mr. Long. Can you have a seat for a second? Sorry, Sarah Mack. Sorry about that. Ms. Mack, can I have your date of birth?
06/02/1993.
All right, you're here today for a few different things. There's some confusion about your violation of probation, but I'm here today for a burglary of a dwelling, a trespass, and a resisting an officer without violence. Their bonds are currently $10,000, $1,000, and $1,000. I did find probable cause for your arrest on each of those. Do you want the public defender's office to represent you on those?
Yes.
Okay, I'll appoint the public defender's office. See?
Your Honor, we may have the case number on the violation of probation, 2017 CF 629, and it does appear to be out of Pasco County.
Okay.
And that was provided by the public defender's office looking at CSIS. So,
do you know what that charge is?
It was grand theft, Your Honor, and actually, I see 2017 CF 006629.
Oh, sorry, my apologies. I wrote it down.
6629, okay. All right. Other than that, any other prior record?
She did have an adjudication for petty theft in May 31st of 2017, adjudication for unlawful possession of personal ID in 2017, adjudication for petty theft of paraphernalia in 2017. There was a battery charge in 2012 out of Hernando, but I'm not showing a disposition. And I think that covers it, and I believe she's a single source offender, Your Honor.
Okay. Ms. Mack, do you have an address in Hernando County?
Yes.
See it anywhere. What is that address?
1169 Rock Avenue.
1169, what was the name of the street?
Rocka, E-A-R-R-A-N-C-A, Avenue.
Is that in Spring Hill?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And how long have you lived there?
I'm away.
Do you have a job?
No.
All right, I'm going to keep the bonds the same, burglary and trespass and resisting, $10,000, $1,000, $1,000. We have a violation of probation, it looks like out of Pasco County, on a case number 2017 CF 6629. It looks like they want you held no bond on that until you can get down to Pasco County and take care of that, so we're going to keep you held no bond on that case. And then we also have you for a failure to appear in front of Judge Hitzman on May 16th. And he's got a $5,000 bond on that. Did you want to go ahead and try to take care of that case today?
Yeah.
Okay, it's a possession of paraphernalia.
I'm showing the offer as 60 days, Your Honor. The notes here say that there were 2 previous violations where she did 30 days. So that's the offer as I see
Was
it.
it a violation of probation?
It's not a violation of probation, but meaning that she's not a probation candidate, so that's why the offer
Oh, right.
was
Okay.
60 days, because on the violations, she did 30
Okay.
in 2017.
All right, they want 60 days Hernando County Jail. You want to go ahead and take care of that today? We'll give you credit for the time that you have in, and you can start serving that now.
And she
Okay.
does have 2 days from January 16th and January 17th. When
Okay, so she's got a total of 4 days in?
Yes.
All right. All right, Ms. Mack, do you understand by taking a plea on this case today, you're giving up your right to go to trial?
Yes.
You're giving up your right to confront witnesses against you, call witnesses on your own behalf, and you're giving up your right to have the state prove the case against you. You want to give up those rights in order to take care of this case today?
Yes.
Okay, with regard to this possession of paraphernalia charge, how do you plead? You can plead no contest.
What?
You can plead no contest?
Yes.
Okay. On such a plea of no contest, I find this freely and voluntarily entered, adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 60 days in the Hernando County Jail, give you credit for the 4 days that you have in. You'll have fines and court costs in the amount of $533, cost of incarceration, and if there was a public defender in your case, you'll have the public defender fee as well, okay? You want to take care of all of those things when you get out, come down to the clerk's office and make payment arrangements, okay?
Okay.
All righty, good luck.
Your Honor, I'm sorry. Was she given a court date on the felony case?
I'm not sure, but her court date is June 12th at 9 o'clock.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, now we have Robbie Long. Mr. Long, what is your date of birth?
01/1999.
All right. You are here today for a violation of probation. It looks like you were placed on probation for possession of paraphernalia, and you violated that probation. It looks like probation is recommending 30 days Hernando County Jail. Is that correct? Okay. Is that something you want to go ahead and take care of today?
Can you repeat that, please?
You violated your probation on a charge of possession of paraphernalia. You were placed on probation and you violated those terms and conditions. Probation is asking for 30 days Hernando County Jail. You can take that today and you can start serving that time. If you don't want to take that, then we can appoint the public defender's office and see you back to court on another day. What would you like to do?
I don't want to take that.
Okay. All right. Do you want me to appoint the public defender's office?
Yeah.
I'll appoint the public defender's office. Keep it no bond. We'll see you back to court on June 15th at 9 a.m., okay? Leonard Mitchell.
6:15.
Mr. Mitchell, can I have your date of birth? Can't hear anything. Can you try to... With the sound. All right, you are here today for a domestic battery charge. I did find probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office? Jill, I can't hear anything.
Yes, ma'am.
I'll appoint the public defender's office for you. State.
Your Honor, he appears to be on probation out of Sumter County, 2017 MM2332, which I believe is a drug possession paraphernalia case. There's a probation violation out of Sumter County in 2016, driving while license suspended, and drug possession paraphernalia. Wildwood Police Department probation violation of Sumter in 2014, guilty disposition, possession of paraphernalia, and adjudication withheld on possession of cannabis out of Sumter County in 2012, probation violation out of Sumter County in 2011, failure to appear out of Citrus County in 2010, guilty disposition for possession of paraphernalia out of Bushnell in 2009. An action was dropped in 2009 for battery, domestic violence, and criminal mischief out of Sumter County, probation violation out of Lake County in 2006, and I'm showing him as a single source offender, Your Honor.
Okay. Sir, I have an address for you in Webster, Florida on County Road 727. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
All my life.
Do you have a job?
Yes, ma'am.
What kind of work do you do?
Landscaping.
Okay. All right, I'm going to set your bond at $10,000. I'm going to order that you have no contact with Kiara Smith. Do not call her, do not write her, do not email her. Do not have anyone else call her, write her, or email her. If you have any contact with Ms. Smith while this case is pending, you'll be rearrested and held without bond. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to hold you until 4 o'clock today in case Ms. Smith wants to file an injunction against you. If she does file that injunction against you, read it very carefully. It'll be very specific as to how many feet you need to stay away from her, okay? We're going to see you back to court on this case on June 15th at 9 o'clock. Leonomid Rivera. Mr. Rivera, can I have your date of birth? Try to get a little bit closer. I can't hear you.
01/08/1997.
Okay. You are here today for an aggravated stalking charge. I'm going to hold it 24 hours on this. I'm not going to find PC for today, but I'm going to hold you no bond for 24 hours so the state can find me probable cause. They charged you with aggravated stalking, but at this time I don't see anything more than a violation of injunction. If that injunction's been repeatedly violated, it does not tell me in the PC affidavit, and the If that's all it is the 3 contacts within a month, then that wouldn't be aggravated. So there's something missing. So I'm going to give you 24 hours. I'm not going to find probable cause right now. We're going to see you back tomorrow morning at the same time, and the state's going to get me some more information. If they can't get me any more information about this case, then I need to find no probable cause, and you'll be released tomorrow. But we'll see what they come up with, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Appreciate it.
So it's at 5:22. Francis Nuck. And Mr. Nuck, can I have your date of birth?
12/25/1972.
Okay. You are here this morning. You have some things going on in Georgia, it looks like. Did you see a judge over the weekend, Judge Falvey?
Yeah.
Okay. Did she talk to you about extradition at that point?
No, they didn't. They didn't really say anything to me at all. I got put in here on Friday and then Saturday morning. So just quick something about extradition. Didn't actually know yet. We're talking about anything really.
Okay. All right, well, let me explain it to you. You have 2 choices at this point. It looks like there's an outstanding warrant out of Georgia for you. Georgia is saying that it's active and valid, and that they are considering coming to get you. So here are your options. You can schedule a extradition hearing. That hearing will be held in about 60 days. We will hold you in custody until that hearing. At that hearing, the state of Georgia will send someone down here to indicate to us whether they have a valid warrant for your arrest and whether you are the right subject of that warrant. If they do that, they will take you into custody at that time. If you would like to waive your right to that hearing, you can go ahead and do that today, and we'll put Georgia on the clock and give them 15 days to decide whether they're going to come and get you. What would you like to do? Would you like to put Georgia on the clock right now?
Yes, please. I believe.
All right, we'll go ahead and do that. There's a piece of paper for you to sign there right in front of me. All right, that should do it. They'll bring you back in front of me in a few days, and we'll have a status check, okay? What am I missing? Gardner? Jonathan Gardner? Is this a plea?
My understanding is the change of plea, Your Honor. It appears that in his felony case, he pled to 13 months followed by probation. He has 227 days here, so it would just be credit time.
He's charged with that trespass. And
Loitering and prowling, and then a resisting.
Right.
So loitering and prowling is an M2, and then the resisting is an M1, Your Honor.
all right, so is there a negotiated plea?
227.
And he was probably assessed the coin, the cost of incarceration upstairs.
Okay, I didn't hear you. What was the negotiated plea?
Yeah, 227 on the first degree and 60 days on the second degree.
That'd be correct.
And what does he have in?
227.
Oh, so it's just times. Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Gardner, you want to take care of your case today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you understand that by taking care of this case today and entering a plea that you're giving up the right to go to trial?
Yes, ma'am.
You're giving up the right to confront witnesses against you, call witnesses on your own behalf, and you're giving up the right to have the state prove the case against you. Do you want to give up those rights in order to take care of this case today?
Yes, ma'am.
And with regard to these charges, the loitering and prowling and resisting an officer without violence, how do you plead? You can plead no contest.
No contest.
I'll accept your plea of no contest. I find it's freely and voluntarily entered. Adjudicate you guilty. For the resisting without violence, sends you to 227 days in the Hernando County Jail. Give you credit for the 227 days that you have in. And for the loitering or prowling, adjudicate you guilty, sends you to 60 days in the Hernando County Jail. Give you credit for the 60 days that you have in. You will have fines and court costs assessed against you in the amount of $591. And the cost of incarceration was already ordered in another court, so we're not going to order that here. But when you do get done with your sentence, you might want to make your way down to the clerk of court and make payment arrangements for those things, okay? Good luck. Did I get everyone at the jail?
Yes, ma'am.
Have a good day.